Hey, Business community. Today I have here Dave Kehnast, whose Business episode airs on December 20th. Doug introduced you as a life coach. What got you into being a life coach?
I looked around my corporate job one day and realized that I absolutely hated it. I didn't want to ever have a boss again. I didn't like answering to somebody else, no matter how cool they were. I didn't like working 40 hours a week minimum with another 10 hours per week in commute. And one day I just said, to hell with it, and walked away and never looked back. And then I was kind of led through a series of serendipitous circumstances to a coach training program that taught me how to do what it is I do.
That's way awesome. And in the episode, you talk about how you one day woke up in a different country and basically didn't know how you got there. And so did that kind of play into the whole idea of becoming a life coach, or is that just a cool story?
No, not so much. You could actually check that one out on Addiction and Redemption, my podcast, if you want to hear the entire story in all of its gory detail. But yeah, my background with addiction is really just the fuel that helps me to understand that anything is possible for human beings. Addiction isn't part of my coaching. It's not the type of coaching or the style of coaching I do. But knowing some of the things that I went through and understanding them, at this really deep fundamental level helps me to understand that anything's possible for human beings.
No, that totally makes sense. So then what is kind of the focus that you do try and help people with?
Well, it would be it's what I refer to as quote unquote the big conversation. So the medium conversation would be like executive coaching, where I'm working with a person inside of an organization and they want to increase their sales numbers, the sales numbers of their entire department they want to double them or something. That's a safe conversation. And I can certainly work with people in that capacity. The big conversation is, I hate this job. It doesn't matter what I do with the sales numbers of the people below me. I want to quit this company and start my own company where I work half the time and make twice as much money. That's a transformational conversation. That's a big that's a scary conversation. And so people often, I'm sorry, did you have something you want to put in?
No, go ahead.
Cool. Yeah, people often equate life coaching with there's someone who's broken and they need you to fix that. They need you to give them some life skills to, I'm going to tell people how to wake up in the morning and make their bed and brush their teeth. That's not life coaching. Life coaching is about supporting people in stepping into gigantic and purposeful, meaningful lives. And it's very often their fears and their stuff that everybody has. Everybody's got stuff that's in the way of them even asking themselves what it is they really want. Because if you ask the average person who works in a corporate environment if they would do that, if they could wave a magic wand and have that be their life, their job, they wouldn't say yes. Probably 90% say no. So it just starts with getting people clear on what they want. And then that's where the fun begins. Because that's when all the stuff that says they can't comes up, and it's our job as coaches to facilitate the process of navigating around those things.
Yeah, no, that's way awesome. Business community, make sure you check out his episode to learn a little bit more about him and what he does. His episode airs on December 20th. Comment and share your thoughts below this video. Thank you for giving us some of your time.